What's up, folks? It's your boy Time, and I wanted to just chime in on this situation with Kanye West and the comment that he made about slavery being a choice. You know, his words basically was, 400 years sounds like a choice. That was made by black people or slaves to be in slavery. And I know I'm probably gonna, you know, piss a few people off with it, like, other people have been pissed off. I know there's several folks that have already, talked about this, but I wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in on it, and give you an example of, you know, how you really can't disagree with what he said. Okay, not in my opinion anyway. So 400 years of slavery sounds like a choice. And the reason that I agree with what he said is simply this, man. You how long does it actually take you to realize that something is not right? When someone is doing something to you that you don't agree with, how long does it take you to actually realize that something is not right? And you can't tell me honestly that 400 plus years is how long it took for somebody to actually figure it out that this whole slavery thing is bullshit and we shouldn't be subjected to it. Okay. And really there were actually slaves who felt that way, but as a result ended up dead or legs cut off or castrated, um, or beat or whatever type of punishment was put on them for not going with the program at that time. But for the mass majority of slaves who continue to stay in that way of thinking and in that conditioning, it managed to push on for over 400 years. Okay. Um, there was one person that I was actually watching on a video who made a really good point. Actually, it was something that I had thought about as well. Is how do you enslave a people who outnumber you 10 to 1? There were way more blacks than there were whites um, at that time. Who, well, there were way more blacks in slavery than there were whites who were controlling them at that time. There's strength in numbers. How come none of them, or even a nice number of them did not, you know, link up and come together and say, hey, we can overtake this. How come that didn't happen? That's a question you should ask. There are a lot of people that said, how could Kanye make a statement like that, and disrespect us as a race of people. Kanye basically said what you guys were scared to say, and you were probably thinking it. You just were scared to say it, and Kanye actually said it. I actually believe Kanye is a free thinker. So am I. And free thinkers usually get themselves into a lot of trouble because they are not afraid to say what they really feel and what's really on their mind. You know, the majority of people who said, Kanye should have never said that are basically those people who, in my opinion, are still mentally enslaved. It's the thing to say. It's the right thing to say, to support black folks when you say, well, how could Kanye say something like that? Of course, slavery wasn't it wasn't a choice. It was forced on us. You don't force something like that on a people for 400 years. That's fucking impossible. Okay? I'm gonna give you a really good example. Um, Take for instance a married couple. husband and wife. Classic example. Wife in an abusive relationship. Husband is beating her every day. Okay. That first time that he puts his hands on her, the initial shock is like, whoa, what just happened here? Okay. But at that very moment, that woman has she has the ability to make a choice to either continue allowing that or to kick rocks and get up out of there. Okay. And you've heard on so many different levels in cases where women have stayed in these abusive relationships for 10, 20 years. Okay. That man don't have those men don't have shackles and chains on these women, and don't have them, locked in no cage. At least not physically. Now he may have her caged up mentally. He's got a fear in her, mentally, where she believes that she can't go anywhere, and if she does, she's going to deal with him. She's going to have to face being beaten up, or whatever he does to her. Okay, but she can make a choice to actually leave if she wants to. Why does she stay? Okay. Now he probably can threaten her with certain things. I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna cut your credit cards off, or I'm gonna say something to your family members about you, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's not actually anything that would could make you stay, would force you to stay. You have the ability to just get up and walk away. Okay, you might deal with some consequences if you do that, but you have the ability to get up and walk away. Slaves could have done the same thing. Why they stayed, why they allowed it to go on for as long as they did, only they know that. Okay? But in my personal opinion, 400 years to allow it to continue that long definitely sounds like something you chose. Okay? I could see maybe a year of it happening. And after that, the light bulb comes on, and it's like, okay, this got to stop. We need to do something now. Okay? Hell, I'm not trying to see even 100 years of it, 50 years of it, before somebody says this is some bullshit, and we not finna go through this no more. Okay, so that example that I just gave you about the woman being in an abusive relationship, okay, that's her choice to actually stay there. Okay, there have been plenty of women who have not dealt with that one day. First time that man put his hands on her, she was out the door the same day. Okay, but then you do have those women who choose to put up with it. But like I said, 10, 20 years. That is a choice. That man is not making them and forcing them to stay there. No more than slaves were being forced to stay in their situation. Okay? So that's my little take on it. I know this is going to probably piss a lot of people off, but it's cool. I'm entitled to my opinion, and you don't have to like it. But maybe, some free thinking people out there will understand what I'm actually talking about. And if you just kind of look into it a little deeper than the surface from what everybody else has been saying, oh my God, Kanye, why would you ever say something like that? And really kind of, dig in deeper to where that man was coming from when he said it, you would see it too. Okay? There's no way anyone can do something like that to you for that period of time, for that amount of time, unless you allow it. Okay? my words would have basically been, fuck you, kill me. You're not gonna force me to do something like that for 400 years. You're talking about generations. Okay? This is generations that this has went on. All right? That's a long time. That's a long time. It's not something that people force you to do. It's something that you elect, that you choose to do. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Tell me what you think. If you think I'm full of shit, or you agree with me, just hit me up in the comments below and share your thoughts, man. All right, this your boy Tom. I'm out. Peace.